Well, good morning. Lots to talk about right now. Showers and storm activity with warmer conditions in the forecast. More about that coming up in just a moment.
Right now, this morning, the search for a missing 22-year-old stretches into its third day. Crews are back on the river. Growing pressure to unseal the Epstein files. So why did Speaker Johnson just shut it down? And Trump touting a massive trade deal with Japan, but some questions remain. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Wednesday, July 23rd. Time to wake up. It's 6 a.m. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's got our wake up forecast for us. It was raining out there when I was coming in.
Oh, really?
Still dealing with some of that, or what's going on?
Yes, we are directly over us right now and on the way with more on the way. You can see it, heavy stuff kind of moving in the forecast for Viroqua. La Crosse is going to get in the crosshairs as that. It just left Prairie du Chien over the early portion of the last hour. Take a look at this part. This is what my main concern is right now from Lansing all the way to Waterville. See that nice little line right there, that curving? That's what I'm concerned about right now. National Weather Service is looking at it just to make sure we don't get any extra cells out of that, or maybe even pop-up tornado out of that, kind of spit-up tornado, I should say. For La Crosse right now, it's still a little bit quiet, but you should still hear the thunderstorm activity that's in the region. We have a low risk of severe weather, as you can see down by Prairie du Chien, and that's what's just all this just left. We get into La Crosse going all the way to Black River Falls as well as Eau Claire. Holman, you guys are all in that, as well as Winona. There's a slight risk of severe weather. So that's what I've been talking to you about right now. The other part of the day, we have the heat. The heat is here, and if you haven't been outside yet, it feels like we're in like Miami in winter. It's really warm out there right now, and you get into it 90s current for the forecast today. It will feel like about 106 degrees on your skin for La Crosse. Let me show you. I'm taking this right through it here as we get into the 1 o'clock hour. It's going to be at least about, say, 98 degrees for La Crosse, 92 for Eau Claire. Once we get into at least the 4 o'clock hour to 5 o'clock, I've got it marked at about 106 for Eau Claire, for La Crosse. Eau Claire will be about 95 degrees there, and you see the cooling coming across from the northwest, working in the area into Eau Claire as well as Menominee and Ladysmith. Here's a look at that moisture. There's more to come back in the evening hours, 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock. All that moisture is also associated in the humidity associated from the Gulf of Mexico, and so this has some nice juice to it, so we'll keep an eye on it. Temperatures in the 70s widespread right now. Dew points are in the 70s, so there's a lot of heat here locally. We'll get into how this all plays out. We've got some morning showers. You see the storms now have backed up from us as well. We have more showers and storms coming back again. Eau Claire, not out of the storm threat this early morning. Back to you.
Quick reminder for you, you can track weather with the First Warn Weather app. That's available wherever you download your apps. Turning now to continuing coverage on the search for 22-year-old Elliot Hines. That effort now stretching into day 3. Yesterday, crews focused on the river, scanning both the shoreline and water for any signs of the missing graduate student. So far, still no answers.
I can't imagine how it's like for her family and how it feels to be in their shoes. And I just hope Elliot's out there fighting her battle and making sure that she stays there and knows that there's people out there searching.
Elliot was last seen around 3 a.m. Sunday near Front Street. If you have any information, specifically surveillance footage from Sunday morning between 2 and 6 a.m., call the La Crosse Police Department or Crime Stoppers. A man is in custody after Eau Claire authorities seized guns and drugs during a large bust. Eau Claire resident Sean Fillmore was arrested at the scene, they say. Authorities found 17 guns and more than 600 grams of drugs with an estimated street value of more than $13,000. Fillmore now faces 25 felony charges and is being held on a $50,000 cash bond. Capitol Police are investigating after a shirtless man, there he is, tried to break into a Milwaukee lawmaker's home. Surveillance video shows him grabbing the front door of State Representative Priscilla Prado's home late Monday night. In a statement, she called that deeply unsettling and said she's grateful no one was hurt. It comes just weeks after a Minnesota lawmaker, Melissa Hortman, was shot and killed in her own home. The House of Representatives is starting its summer recess early today, a move made by Republican leaders to avoid a vote on the Epstein files. Taking a live look at the White House, President Trump is now turning his focus to former President Obama, generating a rare response from his office. CBS News correspondent Jared Hill is tracking it all for us.
Well, the question is on the motion to adjourn. Those in favor say aye.
House Speaker Mike Johnson is sending lawmakers home early for summer break rather than dealing with a bipartisan push to force a vote on releasing more files on Jeffrey Epstein.
What we refuse to do is participate in another one of the Democrats' political games.
But Republicans like Kentucky's Thomas Massie are also leading the charge.
It would behoove the Speaker to bring this to the floor. Just vote this out. Give it to the Senate and let them do their thing.
It's an issue that's roiled the Trump administration for weeks. His deputy attorney general says he wants to interview Epstein's co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell, currently serving 20 years for conspiring to sexually abuse minors. It's a plan the president says he wasn't aware of.
Yeah, I don't know about it, but I think it's something that sounds appropriate to do, yeah.
President Trump then pivoted to former President Barack Obama over an intelligence report concerning his administration's investigation into allegations Russia tried to influence the 2016 election.
He's guilty. This was treason. This was every word you can think of. They tried to steal the election.
In a rare response, the former president's office called the comments a weak attempt at distraction.
They caught President Obama absolutely cold.
His allegations came during a meeting on trade with the president of the Philippines, which resulted in a deal of 19% tariffs on imports from that country.
It's a great deal for everybody.
Later, another trade deal with Japan, lowering a proposed 25% tariff to 15%. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
President Trump is pulling the U.S. out of UNESCO, the UN's cultural and science agency. The White House says UNESCO backs woke and divisive causes that don't fit with its America First agenda. One sticking point, the agency's decision to admit Palestine, which U.S. officials call anti-Israel and out of step with American policy.
Continued U.S. participation in international organizations will focus on advancing American interests with clarity and conviction. Based on President Trump's executive order, continued participation in international organizations is under review, and this is one result of that review.
This is the second time Trump has withdrawn the U.S. from UNESCO. This withdrawal will take effect December 31st of next year. Transgender athletes will no longer be allowed to represent Team USA at the Olympics. The U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee just updated its athlete safety policy. It doesn't name transgender athletes specifically, but it says it will now follow President Trump's executive order aimed at keeping men out of women's sports. As a federally chartered organization, the committee says it has to comply with federal policy. In Minnesota, wildlife experts say there's been a surge in injured birds. John Lawrenson explains the reasons why and how you can help.
It's been a record-setting year, and last year was a record-setting year.
During the summer months, it's not unusual to see an uptick in eagles, owls, and hawks being brought into the U of M's Raptor Center. What is unusual is the record pace they're being brought in.
I think we are at 679 for the year, and last year we were at about 550. So we have birds that are hit by cars, that hit windows, that get caught in buildings and are hit by ceiling fans.
Lori Arndt is the interim executive director. She says weather is a big part of this. A milder winter means more mice, and more mice means more food for raptors, which in turn means the population soars.
Our baby season has been just really, really busy.
Those same chicks have fallen victim to storms and high winds, which have knocked down raptor nests. And the wet spring can be blamed for more cases of West Nile virus among these animals. Some mosquito species carry the virus, and they've been thriving in this weather.
We've already admitted 40 birds, more than 40 birds, that we suspect have succumb to the virus.
The Raptor Center says their facilities are nearly full. Workers are getting overtime, and they are relying on volunteers to fill the gaps. With more birds coming into contact with vehicles and viruses, Arndt thinks this could be a sign of things to come.
We're really looking at how can we be prepared for this higher caseload, right? Higher number of raptors that we're admitting to our hospital. How can we be proactive so, we're better prepared for it?
And a fun day of excitement at the Holman Area Community Center's Wonderland Tea Party. Yesterday, attendees were immersed in a Wonderland-themed experience featuring tea, scones, cookies, crafts, and a clue hunt.
This has been an amazing, fun event. We've got a lot of kids, a lot of energy, a lot of volunteers, and we hope that everything we do here at the Holman Area Community Center brings this community together.
This marks the second Wonderland Tea Party, a follow-up to the first held when the Holman Area Community Center first opened. Time now is 6:09, still ahead on your morning news. Tariffs could spike the costs of building a home. We'll tell you by how much. The Department of Education pauses certain loan forgiveness, and AARP funding challenges raise concerns. And the president also announcing a massive trade deal with Japan. We'll give you the details of that. For now, we're sending you to break with a win worth waking up for. Venus Williams just made tennis history again. At 45, she's now the oldest woman since Martina Navratilova to win a tour-level singles match. She beat Peyton Stearns, who's 22 years younger, in straight sets at the DC Open, 6-3, 6-4. It's her first official match in over a year after stepping away due to health issues. You go, girl. And as you start to wake up this morning, leaving you with a quick wake-up call with Tennessee Aquarium's live otter cam. Look at that. No otters to show you. All these animals are camera shy. As soon as we take the camera off them, I bet they'll be back with hoops on, doing tricks. We'll try to check back in. Your morning consumer news is after the break.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
During the Chevy 4th of July sales event, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR plus $1,000 cash allowance. That's over $7,000 total value on this Silverado plus $4,500 total cash allowance for current Chevy owners.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Living with chronic migraine? 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine, and treatment is 4 times a year. So why wait? Talk to your doctor.
Botox effects may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as trouble swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Those with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions like rash, breathing problems, dizziness, neck and injection site pain, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions like ALS, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medicines like botulinum toxins, which may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 91% of patients wish they'd started Botox sooner. Ask your doctor today. If eligible, you may pay $0.
Hey, Dominic here. We always get asked, what do you have for ground pork? With over 40 blends at our outlet store, we recommend these 4: Bavarian sausage, breakfast sausage, Italian, and pork. First, you need ground pork, preferably from a local meat shop. Mix in 2 to 3 teaspoons of pleasing per pound, make into patties, and cook thoroughly until done. All 4 of these choices will make great tasting sausage patties, and they're low in sodium. Get these seasonings and more at the outlet store. And it's time to pig out.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to LaCrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
Well, good morning to you. Let's get the excitement back into the joy here, even though we've got some storm activity working through the area. It is crossing the southern portion of La Crosse and portions of the downtown area as well, with a little bit of light rainfall right now. I've been keeping an eye on this little moisture patch there, that nice little curving portion there, that right by where it says IRI, right by Prairie du Chien right there. Please be careful. Could be, we could see another pop-up shower or storm popping out of that as well locally. All right, anyway, we've got La Crosse now and a slight risk of severe weather. Winona, Black River Falls, Rochester, Eau Claire, we're all in that up to the north. Down to the south, Prairie du Chien, that had the rainfall to begin with this morning. Out of that right now. That threat comes back again later on today. Well, also, and that That's why I enjoy her so much. I was like trying to tell her no, don't do it again. Well, she's going to come on through. She's going to come on through. See, we just had another celebrity. We had a celebrity viewing. We get into it here. City Cam 8 showing you that no lightning anymore, showing in the forecast right now what we had earlier. I know Cody had this pointed at the south, and it probably still is, but we hold on to the Black River Falls. Traffic is doing well, 75 degrees out there. We'll also find ourselves getting to 76 degrees over in Eau Claire. Cloudier skies here, but you're going to get the storm activity later on as we go into the night as well. You still have a morning threat here. You can see possibilities of this. We're pretty much done right now. You can see as we go through the day into the afternoon. We still have some morning showers possibly, but this is showing the afternoon, but we're looking pretty good right now for that. Eau Claire, on the other hand, maybe a little shower or two coming in to finish out what we have over us right now. Then once again, as we go into the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock hour, more showers and storms back into your forecast. What does that mean? Well, you're looking at some areas still getting clipped there by Richland Center, and then possibly getting into up to right about there. Yeah, maybe you can pick up a little bit of that too right there in some locations. So this is what you're looking at for the morning overnight hours. More showers and storms in the forecast. We can see that in for Eau Claire as well, pushing us into the possibility of seeing more of this. Thursdays, 80s with less humidity, but more of the portions of this, the rainfall in the forecast, where you get up to about a half an inch or less in your forecast, where you're also seeing the possibility of this. More 80s and more in the 80s and 90s into the forecast. Back to you.
He said he was bringing the excitement back. I have never done that before. Wow, first time for everything. In your morning consumer news, President Trump announcing trade-related developments involving 3 nations. Reed Binion reports the biggest deal Trump says he reached is with Japan.
But I just signed the largest trade deal in history. I think maybe the largest deal in history with Japan.
President Donald Trump on Tuesday touting what he described as a massive trade deal with Japan, America's 5th largest source of imports. The long-awaited agreement includes a 15% reciprocal tariff on Japanese goods exported to the United States. The deal also calls for Tokyo to invest $550 billion into the U.S. Trump said America will receive 90% of the profits, but didn't say how those investments would work or how the profits would be calculated. Also Tuesday, Trump said he and President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. of the Philippines reached a trade agreement. And he revealed more detailed terms of a deal with Indonesia. Both agreements call for 19% tariffs on goods imported to the U.S. from the 2 countries, with no tariff on American goods shipped there. Meanwhile, an August 1st deadline for a U.S.-Canada trade deal is fast approaching, and it's not yet clear that an agreement will be finished by then.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We're working to get the best deal for Canadians, and that's the focus now.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
And Trump's Canadian tariffs could drive up the cost of your next home. A new report warns tariffs on Canadian imports could add $14,000 to the average U.S. home build over 2 years. That's because Canada supplies nearly 70% of the lumber, 25% of the steel and iron, and 20% of the copper used in U.S. construction. Canada is the 3rd largest source of building materials after China and Mexico. Those tariffs hit your wallet. If you are on an income-based repayment plan, forgiveness is on hold right now. That's because the Education Department is updating systems after a court blocked parts of the Biden administration's loan forgiveness efforts. The pause ties into Trump's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill, which cuts the number of repayment plans and changes how forgiveness works. Other plans like Save, ICR, and Pay As You Earn are also paused, affecting millions of borrowers. Officials warn this could mean higher costs and more stress for those paying off their loans. A new AARP survey, meanwhile, finding about 2/3 of retirees now rely heavily on Social Security for most of their income. That's up from just half back in 2005. At the same time, more than 3 out of 4 Americans say they're worried Social Security won't provide enough money to live on as the program faces growing funding challenges. That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over now to meteorologist Art Jarrett.
All right, and away we go, holding on to more showers and storm activity potential as we roll right through the day today, as well as warmer conditions. We're already in the 70s, 7 a.m. Later on today, we're going to be seeing some heat come back into the picture. Some 90s will come into the forecast, but it'll feel like it's in the hundreds, possibly for a lot of folks. You get into Eau Claire, you've got some showers and storms to finish out the 7 o'clock hour, but we're not finished with the 6 o'clock hour yet, so you still may have that coming in, but there's a storm or two you'll see coming up your way within the next, say, 20 to 30 minutes. Holding on right now, we're looking looking at this portion here. I'm still looking at that part that's working towards, or so, well, we'd see if it gets towards La Crosse, but right now it seems to be tracking more to the east and out of the region, but I'm still keeping an eye on that. This little portion coming out and walking as well, that's also something concern as well. We take a look at La Crosse, not much happening here right now, but I did just hear a thunderstorm or two coming by. Most temperatures today will be in the 90s mostly, as you can see, but it'll be a lot warmer on your skin. We're talking upper 90s, excuse me, to at least about 109 degrees. La Crosse could get up to about 106 degrees today for your forecast. You can see this Trempealeau, 92 degrees, La Crosse 94 up to the north, a little bit on the cooler side on the northern portion, almost center all the way up to Osseo, upper 80s there for you, but still you've got the heat. We'll pick up again by Eau Claire later on today as we finish out the morning hours. You've got shower chances coming in within the next 20-30 minutes for you. Coming back again later between the 5 o'clock all the way into the 11 o'clock hour later on tonight. Showers and storms will be coming our way. You can see by the morning hours more showers and storms going towards Eau Claire. La Crosse is kicking that all out as well, going to Sparta, going to Black River Falls. That kicks out. We dry it out, open up to 10:45, still have the humidity in place. Temperatures are in the 80s. We go into the 6 o'clock hour, and then that's when we go into this. We got storm activity up to the north, more storm activity coming in. It's coming in waves. Not much happening down to the south except, yeah, big heat. So that's about, say, at 6 o'clock, that's about 106 degrees it'll feel on your skin there. About that time by Eau Claire, that's about 102, 103 degrees on your skin at that time possibly. And of course the rainfall continues to track through. As you see that coming in, we take another break, come back at 3 o'clock in the morning, and guess who's got rainfall? La Crosse is back in it as it moves over the river right here and then continues to move in. Temperatures in the 70s, 60s up to the north there. That tracks out of the region. Boom, it's gone by 6 o'clock now. A few hours have gone by. Some good looking rain on the ground, drier conditions and improving again here, and that finishes out pretty much most of the day going into Thursday until we go back into possibly maybe a shower or two to finish out. Most of the threat is down to the south and southeast out of the region as we go into it. We've got maybe a half an inch or less in the forecast for us, up to the north about 1.5 inches or less in the forecast for you there. We'll carry over to how this all shapes up going into the next few days. Once again, I just want to give this to you so you can see it going into the next few days, and away we go. 94 degrees, hot, stormy tomorrow. We've got a break. We may see some overnight storms coming in Thursday night into Friday early morning. 86 degrees with more 80s than the 90s roll back in the forecast with more showers and storms potentially on Monday. Drier conditions after that.
All right, thank you, Art. Plane enthusiasts may have something to smile about this morning. We'll tell you what the Transportation Secretary revealed about a new certification for small hobbyist pilots. And is laughter the best medicine? After your morning sports blitz, why some health experts are saying it may help your immune system.
Coming up next in the Blitz, the Loggers looking to snap out of a second half losing skid, plus the unofficial start of the Packers season is almost here. Some storylines to look at as we prepare for day number 1 of camp after this.
So dandy, pop in to Valley Fudge and Candy.
Hey Nick, like usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that G&T can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on G&T to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about G&T heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
Call G&T. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to G&T.
Really painful feet. I had no idea what was going on. It's hard to put in words how gratifying it is to have that kind of pain gone.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel symptom relief at 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 3 years.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Control is everything.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi.
Furnish your home with The Forest at Black River Furniture Outlet, Wisconsin's best priced furniture store. Browse cozy Amish rockers, customizable easy sofas made in Wisconsin, and stunning handmade dining sets in hickory, walnut, aspen, and barnwood. Shop pantries, counter bars, gun cabinets, and more. Style your space this season with our cabin rug collection. Multiple sizes available. Swing by the Bed Shed for rustic bedroom sets, bunk beds, and Amish-made office furniture. Family and veteran owned. Visit Black River Furniture Outlet this summer.
I never knew fudge could be so dandy. Pop in to Valley Fudge and Candy.
News 8 Now Sports.
Welcome to the Blitz. Well, after a first half where they rarely dropped 2 in a row, the Loggers are in the midst of their biggest slump of the summer, dropping their last 5 games entering last night. Lacrosse playing host to the top team in the division, Duluth. Huskies took a 4-0 lead at the top of the first, but then the first batter for the home side answers in a big way. RJ Hamilton leaves the yard to cut into the deficit. Then the away side threatening in the top of the second. This ball sent out to the gap in left center, but Xander McLaurin is going to track it down before crashing into the wall. Next time up, the Loggers strike again, and they get a little help as Cannon Sundgren's grounder gets through the infield and Justin Rolston slides home safely. But then the Duluth Bats wake up once again. With a couple runners on, Rowan Kelly gets into that pitch and launches it the opposite way to make it a 7-2 ball game. Then Ethan Sorowick, one of the top hitters in the Northwoods League, crushes a no-doubter. Loggers can't get out of their funk as they fall by a touchdown and extra point at the Lumberyard. And today at 10:30 at Ray Nitschke Field, the 80th Packers training camp will get underway. And as always, excitement around the team is high this season after an 11-6 mark a year ago where the green and gold fell in the NFC wildcard game against the eventual Super Bowl champion Eagles. Some storylines heading into camp include the drafting of Matthew Golden at wideout in the first round. What will his role be? The signing of Aaron Banks at guard to bolster up the line. And how will the secondary perform without Jair Alexander? Those among many others will be talked about up until the regular season gets underway. Green Bay opens up the preseason portion of their schedule on Saturday, August 9th at home against the Jets. And Cade and I will have a report from camp at 6 and 10, so make sure you check back in with us for all you need to know from day number 1. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you back here later tonight.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Thankfully, American Waterworks offers proven, warranted solutions. Typically less expensive than full replacement and more efficient and lightweight than mud jacking, our methods are designed to last. After all, your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
Now is the perfect time to save at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll find store-wide sale prices and we'll pay the sales tax. Drury's makes it easier than ever to furnish your home with top-quality name brand furniture. And right now, you'll save with store-wide sale prices and we'll even pay your sales tax. Don't miss this incredible offer. Store-wide sale prices and we pay the sales tax. It's only happening for a short time at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
We know, like, if we help one person and if we impact their life and have such a positive influence on them when they're coming in here working on sometimes the hardest thing for themselves that they can do, and they can then help the next 3 to 5 people that they encounter, our reach goes more.
Are we looking to enjoy time with our family? Are we looking to get up and down off the floor with our grandkids? Are we looking to go travel and experience retirement a little bit differently? We're in your corner through the ups and the downs that life has to offer because we know that they'll happen.
Head over to unityfitnesspro.com today.
Confidence isn't given, it's built. One choice, one moment, one step at a time. How you feel is how you play. It starts with a click. Invisalign.
Cream on the left, one more episode. Cream on the right, we crushed the whole series. Yes! Oh, that was really good. Oreo, stay playful.
Drive your story with a new Ram. Take your next adventure in a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Get employee pricing plus for a limited time only. Get your favorite Jeep, Ram, Dodge, or Chrysler during the Employee Pricing Plus sales event. Employee pricing for all means anyone can get exclusive employee pricing on these new vehicles. This opportunity won't last long, so stop into Pischke Motors now. This offer ends July 31st. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Hey, Dominic here, and we always get asked, what do you have for chicken? With over 40 blends at our outlet store, we recommend these 4: chicken, barbecue, Jamaican jerk, and good old original. Just take your chicken, brush some olive oil on it, shake on your choice of seasoning, and grill or bake thoroughly until done. From mild to a little spicy, you can make sure everyone's satisfied, and they're all low in sodium. Get these seasonings and more at the outlet store. And you can even sauce it up using barbecue seasoning and ketchup.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
Well, good morning. Getting to your forecast, we have some rainfall that's moving over the area, particularly thunderstorm activity still driving in with heat on the way.
Bring the search for a missing 22-year-old stretches into a third day. Crews are back at the river. And a new inside look at immigration and customs facilities across the U.S. Find out why these new details are raising serious concerns about conditions. And legendary rocker Ozzy Osbourne has died. We'll bring you the latest on his life, legacy, and how fans are remembering the Prince of Darkness. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Wednesday, July 23rd. I think we're still queued in the back. We can hear you guys, just so you know, back there. We'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. Art is a busy man, the man of the day, the man of the hour.
I am, but you've been cracking me up, man. I've never started a newscast where we're talking about the Prince of Darkness as we get into our forecast. And away we go. We're holding on to showers and thunderstorm activity still moving through our region. We also have the threat of, again, heat that's back in our forecast as well. This particular part of the storm is actually worrying me to make sure we don't get any type of extra stells in our picture, or maybe even a pop-up, or actually a thunderstorm activity that could pop up a tornado or so. So we'll keep an eye on that. Right now we're in a low risk for severe weather to at least a slight risk for severe weather. La Crosse is in that slight risk, as well as Winona going all the way up to Eau Claire, and that's going to really kick in later on today. See that big batch of rainfall coming in from the northwest? That's later on tonight. We're coming in about 5 o'clock all the way to 11 p.m. as we go into the nighttime rainfall. Right now we're dealing with the morning rainfall and the heat. We have temperatures for 94 degrees today for La Crosse. It's going to feel like it's about 106 degrees on your skin as you get into it. And here's a look at how that all shapes up. We'll go right into it. I'm going to sweep it right past about 1 o'clock, showing what it's going to be like. 98 degrees in La Crosse, 92 in Eau Claire for 1 o'clock and to 2 o'clock. We'll also find ourselves by the 5 o'clock hour today, 106 degrees it will feel on your skin as you get into La Crosse today. 95 for Eau Claire today on your skin out there. And then we continue to gradually cool you down, as you can see, for La Crosse, dropping you down to 92 degrees. Moisture is still moving into our region right on top of us, and also to our northwest. That's more rainfall that's coming our way for tonight. More about your local forecast coming up for you in a moment.
A quick reminder, you can track weather with the First Warn weather app. That's in the App Store or on Google Play. Turning now to our continuing coverage in the search for 22-year-old Elliot Hines. That effort now stretching into day 3. Yesterday, crews focused along the river, scanning both the shoreline and water for any sign of her. So far, still no answers.
I just hope Elliot's out there fighting her battle and making sure that she stays there and knows that there's people out there searching. So that's why I'm here.
Elliot was last seen around 3 a.m. Sunday near Front Street. If you have any information, specifically surveillance footage from Sunday morning between 2 and 6 a.m., call the La Crosse Police Department or Crime Stoppers. The man accused of killing a Dunn County correctional officer on Christmas Eve is bound over for trial. Mark Sokolowski allegedly failed to stop at a stop sign and struck Jeff Reynolds' car. Reynolds, who was on his way to work, was pronounced dead at the scene. A test showed Sokolowski's blood alcohol level at 0.152. His sentencing will be in September. Happening today, Brian Koberger is set to be sentenced after pleading guilty to killing 4 Idaho college students in 2022. His plea deal spared him the death penalty in exchange for admitting burglary and first-degree murder, though he has not revealed a motive. Victims' families will have a chance to give impact statements today. This morning, growing questions and concerns around the conditions inside a number of immigration holding facilities. New video taken inside a federal office being used as a temporary holding space is giving a first-hand look. Now the Department of Homeland Security is weighing in, as Jared Hill reports.
Men seen sleeping on the floor on thin blankets, sharing a single toilet. Video released by the New York Immigration Coalition is giving a first-hand look at conditions inside a holding cell at the city's federal immigration offices.
He did not deserve any of this.
Samara Dela Cruz Gooden says her husband, John Paul Alcivar, was there for several days last month, detained by ICE at his asylum hearing, something attorneys and advocates say has happened before under the Trump administration.
Why are you detaining them when they are following the process?
Samara said her husband was fed just a sandwich and a bottle of water a day before being sent to a detention center in Louisiana.
He was just saying they don't give him enough food.
The Department of Homeland Security has disputed concerns about their facilities.
Shut it down!
Further south in Florida, crowds demanded the detention center in the Everglades be shut down and for it to not be referred to as Alligator Alcatraz.
Is this a joke? No. To mock the very real suffering of migrants, to stir up fear, and to turn human rights violations into campaign slogans.
Claims Florida's governor attempted to shut down.
These representatives, I mean, first of all, they're just trying to get some notoriety. So they're making these claims. You need a place that you can process and deport efficiently.
This all comes as CBS News polling shows a growing number of Americans disapprove of how the White House is handling immigration. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
The Department of Homeland Security says detainees at the New York facility are only held there briefly. The U.S. passport just slipped number 10 on the latest Henley Passport Index. Right now, Singapore holds the top spot with its citizens able to travel to 193 countries without a visa. Back in 2014, the U.S. was number 1, but since then it's been on a steady decline. Today, a U.S. passport gets you into 182 countries and territories, about the same as Iceland and Lithuania. Big changes are coming for recreational pilots. A new rule called Mosaic, short for Modernization of Special Airworthiness Certification, is about to shake things up a little. It removes old weight limits, lets sport pilots fly more advanced aircraft, and opens the door to a wider variety of planes. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy made that announcement from Wisconsin yesterday at the EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh.
We just finalized a major reform that's going to make recreational flying safer, more accessible, and far less red tape to tie us up in. And as you all know, that is our mission on Mosaic.
Some changes will take effect within 90 days. The others will roll out over the next year. Representative Tom Tiffany is reportedly considering a run for governor in 2026. That's according to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. The Republican hinting at a run by securing the web domain TomTiffanyForGovernor.com. Washington County Executive Josh Schoeman and businessman Bill Berrien are already in the race, and we are still waiting for Governor Evers' decision. The Monroe County Fair opens today in Tomah. Live music, animal contests, rides, food, and all the fixings of the fair await every family to enjoy. The fun will run through Sunday at Recreation Park. Kids 5 and under, oh, look at that cat. Kids 5 and under get in for free. In your morning medical news, a mother can see her kids again after she regained her eyesight following an innovative procedure. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla has the story.
Many parents take little moments like these for granted, but not Danny Hansen.
One more time.
Danny was diagnosed with Stevens-Johnson syndrome. It's a rare and potentially life-threatening disorder. She ended up going blind.
I spent Christmas, New Year's Eve, and my 23rd birthday in the ICU burn unit in Madison.
But today, thanks to a successful surgery, Danny has some use of her eyes again.
It's an artificial cornea transplant, so it's human tissue combined with a prosthetic cornea, which we are really hoping is going to last her, is the most recent surgery that we did that allowed her to see her daughter Aubrey.
For years, Danny missed out on more moments like these, enjoying everyday things with her 2 kids, but she says it's all about perspective.
But, I mean, it's hard to, look back and know, that I did miss things. But I look more at, what I can do now to make up for the time that, I did lose being able to see them.
Now, Danny is able to go out and keep up with her children on their chalk parkour courses, go down slides,
Go!
and watch fireworks with their family.
And being visually impaired came with a lot of struggles for Danny. At times when she would go out in public, she had to use this cane that she provided for me. But now it's collecting dust because she no longer has to use it because she found that expert help.
But her journey to recovery came with challenges. She told me in her search for experts, she could have filled a book with the amount of doctors and had her own physical and mental struggles during the search.
All you can do is look forward instead of look back, because if you look back, you're going to be stuck in like just a negative mindset.
In La Crosse, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now This Morning.
The FDA head says there are no plans to restrict access to the abortion pill. This comes amid safety reviews and pressure from Republican senators. The Biden administration expanded access by letting certified providers prescribe it via telehealth and ship it by mail, helping rural areas with few clinics. Last year, the Supreme Court refused to block the drug, but left open the possibility of future changes. We've all heard laughter is the best medicine. Science seems to agree. Studies link laughter to better immune function, lower stress, healthier hearts, less pain, and improved mental health. Experts from UCLA Health and the Mayo Clinic say the key is simple: be an easy laugher.
I've done a deep dive on the science of it, and I mean, it can help your immune system, your cardiovascular system, it lowers stress hormones, and interestingly enough, it can actually decrease pain. And it looks like it increases endorphins in the brain when you have a big belly laugh.
Doctors concur, laughter just makes you feel better. Now we'll send it over to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He's got an update on our morning commute.
It's funny too, since I came from New Orleans, I haven't had that much laughter until I started working with Alexandra. She cracks me up, man. As we get back into it here, we're holding on to storm activity that's here. In fact, you may hear a big boomer kind of happening as I'm talking to you right now. As you can see, it's over La Crosse and working towards the east. We do have the heat advisory not only for Iowa and Minnesota at 1 o'clock, all the way from the noon hour to at least 8 o'clock. We have it also for Wisconsin all the way to 8 o'clock as well. It will feel like it's upper 90s to about 109 degrees on your skin in Wisconsin, and that's going to get up to about 106 or so for us as we get to the 5 o'clock hour. You can hear it out there right now. It is moving over us currently. So thunderstorm activity, roadways are already wet right now. So this portion that I've been keeping an eye on, that's what's moving over us right now. That, and you can see, yeah, that portion there, that big storm is now moving over us. As we get into it here, we'll keep an eye on to see if that's not going to continue to cause more trouble as we get into it here, rolling into the forecast. All right, so let's get that out of the way. Slight risk for severe weather from La Crosse all the way to Eau Claire today. We have a low risk as Prairie du Chien had that earlier. Prairie du Chien's almost got an inch of rainfall this early morning. We get into it. That's going to come later on tonight, so that's going to affect areas by Eau Claire later on. We still have more shower potential coming in as well. That's also going to be coming in for Eau Claire. It should be over them right now. We'll also be picking up 94 degrees later on today. As I told you, it will feel like it's about 96 degrees on your skin. So New Albany probably in that as well. Eau Claire, it'll feel like maybe about 92, 93 degrees on your skin and a little bit warmer here or there, possibly to the lower 100s. We'll get into how it feels. You can see as I push this all the way through, going to about the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock hour. 93 it'll feel on your skin in Eau Claire, 98 for La Crosse. Once we go back into how this all goes into the 5 o'clock hour, 106 degrees to 95 degrees on your skin. That's a look at your forecast. I'll have more about this coming up for you in a minute. In your Buzz Report, Ozzy Osbourne has died at 76 years old. Coming up, we'll take a look at the life of the Princess of Darkness, so please stick around.
Ashley for the Arts is back. Experience 3 unforgettable days of live music, family fun for all ages, interactive art, and much more, all for $55. Don't miss out. Join us in Arcadia August 7th through 9th. Get your tickets now at ashleyforthearts.com.
You're young, but your bathroom is old. I get it. I visit my kids, grandkids, my precious great-grandkids. Doesn't fit their lifestyle. Not safe. Old and ugly. You'll be amazed at the transformation you can make in just a few days. New tub and shower with all new fixtures, new toilet, new sink and vanity, new flooring, at an investment much less than you might think. Call the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate on your new bathroom.
Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's, moving life forward.
Summer style starts here. Refresh your space for less at the King Furniture Hot Summer Sale. Save up to 50% on an entire room of beautiful new furniture. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining, you name it. Find mattress closeout deals on overstocked inventory and special factory closeout Lazy Boy recliners at prices too good to sit out. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. We'll even deliver and haul away for free. It's the King Furniture Hot Summer Sale going on now.
It's time to say not so fast chronic kidney disease. Because with a progressive disease like CKD, slow is good. And believe me, I know all about slow. That's why I'm here to tell you about Jardiance. It's a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So go on, say not so fast CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance for chronic kidney disease.
Well, good morning to you. You'll probably hear some rumbling of thunderstorm activity as we go along through my weather forecast right now. It is right on top of us here in La Crosse. Now, as we get into it, we've got the wet roadways right now, the warming of the heat as well in the picture here. You're going to be seeing a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and that will continue to go all the way through the morning and into the afternoon. Slowly but surely there it gets Black River Falls. It takes a while for it to come up. Some light roadways getting a little bit of light wetness out there right now. But to get to Eau Claire, they should be getting into storm activity within the next, say, 20 to 30 minutes possible. 76 degrees right there out now. Visibility is good. Dew points are in the 70s. Humidity is up to 88 degrees. We're looking at this. We go into La Crosse. Not much happening right now by the noon hour, but you're going to see in the orange, that's how it's going to feel on your skin. Yeah, about 106 degrees by the 5 o'clock hour. Finally, this is getting back and reading what the picture's saying. You get into Eau Claire, you're looking at showers and thunderstorms to finish out the morning, and then getting into the afternoon, similar conditions. It'll feel like it's about 99 degrees on your skin later on today. So this is upticking as we get into the forecast, then getting back down to about 95 for the evening. Thunderstorm activity, yes, it's coming back your way as well, and it's going to be quite prevalent. However, you notice we'll be into tomorrow, the threat mostly eclipses Richland Center there, and then pretty much gets out of the way. You can see it hit in Juneau County as well, and it gets out of the way. As we go into the forecast for tomorrow, we've got some overnight shower and thunderstorm activity despite not having a threat. Then we'll see it dry out, get some cloud cover, come back in, and of course open up the skies, then back to the cloud cover, and then open up the skies again. So in and out of the showers, in and out of the sunshine. Tomorrow we're looking at, again, 80s widespread, so not as hot, but it's still going to be kind of humid out there. So please don't make that mistake, and don't forget to hydrate. You're also going to see the isolated thunderstorms. We'll get into the rainfall to the north, about 1.5 inches or so or less. We get into our region here, we're looking at maybe 1/2 inch or less in the forecast. Prairie du Chien has almost got about 1 inch already. We, on the other hand, have just a few hundredths of an inch right now. In other locations like areas by Hawkeye over in Fayetteville, they got at least up to about, say, 2 1/3 inches. So it's been pretty good this morning. Carrying over to how this all shapes up, let's show you. Getting into the next few days here, I'm going to hold on to this and give you 94 degrees here. Hot, humid, uncomfortable, and sticky. We'll also find ourselves with more showers and storms coming back in to finish your day, getting back into a 60% chance going into tomorrow. So that goes from a 40% chance to a 50% chance in the overnight to a 60% chance tomorrow. Then we get to near seasonal by Friday. We may have a pop-up shower or thunderstorm in the early morning on Friday, giving way to more mostly cloudy skies. Partly cloudy skies by Saturday with more sunshine on the way, with temperatures, and they're warming up. Upper 80s to around the low 90s getting into Sunday with more sunshine there. A possible shower or storm in the early morning hours for Monday, giving way to drier conditions to finish out next week. Get out and enjoy it if you can, but please be weather aware and stay safe.
In your Morning Buzz report, heavy metal icon Ozzy Osbourne has died at age 76. A cause of death has not been revealed. Osbourne launched his career as the frontman of the band that would become Black Sabbath in 1968 and later went solo. Osbourne's passing comes just weeks after he performed with Black Sabbath in what was billed as his farewell show. The duo behind the hit animated series South Park is laughing all the way to the bank. Matt Stone and Trey Parker have reportedly inked a 5-year deal with Paramount for the global streaming rights to their iconic franchise. The deal was valued at $300 million a year. As part of the agreement, the production company agreed to produce 10 episodes a year.
Ukrainian forces have now launched their much talked about counteroffensive.
Expected to be the biggest military operation in Europe since World War II.
2,000 meters to Andrivka won Best Director prize at Sundance this year. Ukrainian soldiers battled through a heavily fortified forest on a mission to retake a Russian-occupied village. The film opens in New York Friday, with more cities to follow.
How do you spend your summers?
Normally in a big white tent in a field.
The Great American Baking Show is hosting its celebrity summer season. Yara Shahidi, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Andrew Rannells, and June Diane Raphael try to impress Paul and Prue with their summer treats. The special premieres August 16th. Stay with us. We've got everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is up next.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, the music world remembers Ozzy Osbourne, and our Anthony Mason looks back on the Prince of Darkness, his legacy, and how his voice defined heavy metal for generations. Also, Gene Simmons of Kiss, who was friends with Osbourne for decades, he'll join us to talk about Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath, the impact not only on music, but on pop culture far and wide. Also, a rap icon, LL Cool J, will be here. He'll be in studio talking about his new docu-series. It's called Hip Hop Was Born Here. All that more coming up 7 o'clock.
Get an 11% rebate now at Menards. Be prepared for the unexpected with Generac home standby generators. Their advanced technology starts within seconds of sensing a power loss. Save over $750 on this home standby generator after rebate. Quaker State full synthetic motor oil is engineered to give more power, more wear protection, and longer engine life. Get a 5-quart jug for $17.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Hey, Dominic here to ask, do you love salt but need to cut back on all that sodium? Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing is the answer, and it's recommended by doctors and dietitians for those on low sodium diets. It tastes like regular salt but with so much less sodium. Use it just like your table salt. Great on corn on the cob, tomatoes, watermelon, and yeah, you could even use it on French fries and everything else you love to salt. Be sure to get your Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing and 40 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Get out of here.
We're really excited about our new hearing aids that came out. They're called Vitality. They have artificial intelligence, and people have really been hearing better in background noise with them. They're also a lot more clear.
And you can also control it with your phone. So if you want to get more technical, you can make your own adjustments on your phone.
It's just set and forget. They will adapt on their own, or you do have the ability to customize it more for your personal preferences and environments as well.
So stop by the Better Hearing Center and find out more about the new Vitality.
Jolivet Family Farms. There's no substitute for homegrown freshness. Jolivet's homegrown triple sweet corn is picked fresh daily. Join us Sundays 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our roasted sweet corn and charcoal brats. Jolivet's also features homegrown carrots, sweet onions, peppers, beets, cabbage, dill, tomatoes, cucumbers, blueberries, and so much more. Find distinctive crafts and decor. Take home some cookies, breads, bars, or pies from our homemade bakery. Buy fresh, buy local. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
The Brewers are coming to the Coulee region.
And there
There she goes!
Yeah, you heard that right. All summer long, you can catch the Brewers right here and for free. No pay-per-view, no subscription, just good old reliable free TV the way the baseball gods intended. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the action as News 8 now brings you 10 games throughout the summer.
A grand slam for Christian.
The Brewers playing here? You're welcome. The Milwaukee Brewers on News 8 now.
When it comes to severe weather,
severe weather is a big threat.
Obviously, weather impacts everyone's lives, and weather changes, and you don't want outdated information.
Be confident in First Warn Weather.
A national meteorologist can give you the broad overview.
But we're here for you. I know what this is going to do. I know how it's going to affect your area.
If you're from the area, like I'm from the area, you know all the real nuances.
Expect more from your local weather team.
We're still here for you. It's important.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Tortoises aren't just slow and steady, they've got a soft side too. New research from England shows these reptiles can feel emotions like optimism and positivity. Scientists tested 15 red-footed tortoises with new objects and unfamiliar places. The more optimistic tortoises were less anxious, and those enriched in habitats were more curious, eager to explore and engage. Turns out even tortoises can surprise us.
If you have a pet tortoise and you understand that tortoise has feelings, you're going to put more time, effort and energy into looking after it in the best way.
Since some tortoise species can live for up to 200 years, researchers say understanding their emotions and mental well-being is key to giving them the quality of life they deserve. Time now for your Morning News Now. We're continuing coverage on the search for 22-year-old Elliot Hines. The effort is stretching into day 3. Yesterday, crews focused along the river, scanning both the shoreline and water. So far, no signs of Elliot.
I can't imagine how it's like for her family and how it feels to be in their shoes. And I just hope Elliot's out there fighting her battle and making sure that she stays there and knows that there's people out there searching.
Elliot was last seen around 3 a.m. Sunday near Front Street. If you have any information, specifically surveillance footage from Sunday morning between 2 and 6 a.m., contact La Crosse Police or Crime Stoppers. The Justice Department plans to meet soon with Ghislaine Maxwell, longtime associate of Jeffrey Epstein and convicted sex trafficker. The move comes as public pressure mounts on the Trump administration to release more information about Epstein. Yesterday, the president called the Justice Department's outreach to Maxwell appropriate. Representative Tom Tiffany is reportedly considering a run for governor. That's according to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. The Republican hinting at a run by securing the web domain TomTiffanyForGovernor.com. Washington County Executive Josh Schoeman and businessman Bill Berrien are already in the race, and we are waiting for Governor Evers' decision.
All right, for your local weather, if you can't hear it right now, with underneath my voice here, that's thunderstorm activity is right on top of us right now in downtown La Crosse. We're also finding ourselves with more storm activity moving up towards Eau Claire. That's been going on now for the last 10 to 15 minutes, bringing in some good look at storm activity there. More along the way is coming back again tonight as we get into the 5 o'clock, 11 o'clock hour, the PM hours for tonight. Look at the temperatures, though. They're going to be in the 90s today. It's going to feel like about 106 degrees on your skin for La Crosse today, about 95 degrees on your skin as you get into. I want some knuckle cracking going on here. Give me those temperatures, holding on how this all plays out today. You can see how hot it gets. Also, to finish out, you can see that happening as well with more storms on the way. Back to you.
I was whistling, not even cracking my knuckles that time.
I said I want some.
Coming up at noon, the Monroe County Fair is in full swing. We will be there live as families flock to the fairgrounds for rides, food, and fun. Thanks.